Welcome to How to Dance with a Partner. Like and subscribe. There are lots of little details to this figure that you want to pay attention to. When you do all these things with accuracy, this figure becomes very easy. And if you don't do them with accuracy, the figure is hard. We'll go over them step by step for both the leader and the follower. So as I mentioned before, see how easy he brings her forward just by settling on 6 of the last figure. That brings her forward. So now he's free to step in any direction he wants. He doesn't have to step back to bring her forward because he's settled on 6 to bring her forward. Now there's no tension here. She's not back weighted. They're not counterbalancing. As soon as he just settles on the back of his foot, because she's so well balanced, she can come forward right away. The shape of her arms to her body is her frame, and her rule is to keep her frame as the connection moves horizontally. When he moves a connection around her, she maintains her frame and she's starting to turn to her right. Now, what happens to some ladies is when they come straight forward, so she's already turned her head. That's good. They come straight forward and just move their arm to the side. That's bad. Her arm, see how her body's facing the way her arm is facing? This is good. We don't want her to be walking straight this way with her arm out to the side and then turning late. So she started her turn on 1, and that's good. We'd like her to turn even sooner. It's 1, 2. This is kind of the end of 2, going into 3. We do want the lady to get around faster. We have 3 and. When the leader steps across, 4, this hand should be close to the leader's body. And a lot of times in class, we tell the leader to put the hand way up here on his hip. This is fine. What we're concerned about is this shape for her. We want the follower to be able to keep her hand in a nice, comfortable position. If the leader, see his elbow is back, that's good. If his arm was forward like her arm, then she would be squished back. Since the follower is supposed to maintain her frame, that would actually push her. I mean, not physically push her, but she would have to adjust herself to be back further. This is good. His feet are square. This is what we want. Now, he's not going to pull her with his hand to lead her to come forward. She follows her rule. The follower maintains the connection. So for her to keep her hand on him, on this side, this is a closed side, she's got to come forward because the connection came that direction. And when he opens the door, this causes her to rotate because she has to keep her hand here. And his hand in the back actually follows her, not leads her. So, leaders, what you have to do here is you have to soften this arm so it doesn't pull her forward, but actually follows her. And move your body first and allow this arm to just relax. So if you pulled her, you'd pull her off balance. But we want her to do her step completely on her own. So this is 4. 5. You can't see her 5 from this side, so we're going to look at it from a different angle. 6. They're good. Everything's good. They're let go. Drop their hands. And 7 and 8 in place. So we're going to watch again. This is good. Square across. Now, her hand is down here on his elbow. We know from the other videos that it should be up here on his shoulder. So this is nothing. This isn't. She should be in a closed position since his hand is on her back, but this is an open position because she has to be on his body. She should be on the front of the shoulder. Here, she's probably a little behind because the hand is here and not up there. And this might even be keeping him from opening his arm, actually. Shoulder further. Let's see. 5. No, he opened all the way. So he's okay on 5 because we want him open. But this arm is behind here and it should be on the front. If it's on the front, it should be around just a little bit faster. From this angle, 1, he's moved the connection around her already. See, it's way over here to the side. So she could have already been rotated a little bit more by now, right? Because her shoulders are like that, and they could be like that. If she was walking with a contra body movement, she would be turned into her forward foot already and be partially around. So the hand's over here, but her tummy's facing over there. In this particular moment, she hasn't turned enough. Her head is facing kind of there, but her hand is over here. Maybe she could be around a little bit more. Yeah, she's doing a good job keeping her head aligned with her hand, but she kind of came. What happens is, let's go back. So when she brings her feet together here, her weight is not staying over this foot, which is keeping her from pivoting and going backwards. So she's immediately going to the next step, 1, 2. And what you should be doing, ladies, is pivoting over this foot and going backwards. So you don't have to rush, you have plenty of time. And this is what happens. They're all kind of rushing and going for the leader's shoulder, or in this case, the arm. But you shouldn't be doing that because the leader might not catch you, right? He could just turn you around and send you backwards. This toe should be turned more. She should be pivoting over this foot more, not rushing down her line, but turning around. So now she has to finish her turn on 2, 3, and 4. We can see the hand is way down here on the arm. It should be up on the shoulder. That might have helped her get around faster too. His shoulder's here, right? If her hand was there, she'd be forward more. That would be better. When you step forward, ladies, with your right foot on 4, your 5 has to come in front of your 4. So if your 4 and 5 are on 2 tracks, so this is in front of her 4. And 4 can be more of a pivot like 1 instead of a sidestep. Not as crucial, but it would be better to be more turned here. If this 5 stays on its own track, meaning it's over here, then when she finished her turn, her legs would be crossed. And she'd be in her own way going backwards, and she'd have a tendency to go out to this side here. Or she'd have to swing her 4 around. But if you put your 5 directly in front of your 4, then when you turn around, you can go straight back. So she didn't actually have finished here, and she's moving this foot. Right, she didn't pivot all the way around. So she kind of had to swing that foot around a little bit. Now that's not, this is good. I'm being very picky here. But when the music gets faster, these little things add up and cause problems, make it much harder. This music's so slow, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be a big deal. I mean, if we tried to do a lot more stuff, those little things could be a problem. So 1, hands already to the side. Okay, now she's turned a little bit more than the last one. She could be turned more. So now her feet together and she's rotating. She should finish rotating more before she takes her side step. Well, back step actually. So then, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Visit us at www.partnerdancing.com. Sign up for our free newsletter.